Good morning. It's Monday, last day of the cruise. I am all packed up. Left a little bit more out maybe than I should have, but when I get to the terminal, the cruise terminal, all of these items in my big suitcase before I get a lift to the Miami airport. I am going to go upstairs and see if the coffee machine in the Crown Lounge is unlocked. Typically on a turnaround day, it's locked out, so it's one less thing they have to clean. But on the last two cruises, it's been on, so I'm going to go poke my head in there. If it's not on, I'm going to go to the buffet, get a cup of coffee, and then take it out onto the pool deck. I find this is much more comfortable than the frenetic chaos in the buffet, and then I'll go back into the buffet right before the food service ends. So officially today, breakfast ends at 8:30. Honestly, people will be rolling in till 9, but I'll go in, get a plate of food by 8:30, and then probably walk off at 8:45. My bag tag time is 8:20, group 5. I anticipate that they've probably already cleared the ship pretty early. It's a short cruise. A lot of people are local to Florida. They'll be walking off for self-assist. So I'm not particularly worried about following the schedule in the sense that often I'll get off a little bit later, but it is very important to get out of the room by 8 o'clock because the stateroom attendants are turning around 18 rooms in 6 hours. So I have cleared all my right. I'm just gonna head out and that'll be it until February. Today's outfit, super comfortable because it is literally gonna be a 15-hour travel day. I'm going to go to the Miami airport. We'll probably be there by 9. Flight leaves at noon Eastern. Get to Toronto at 3:30, go through customs. Flight from Toronto leaves at 7 Eastern. It's a 4-hour flight to Calgary. I get there at 9 o'clock Mountain. We'll probably get home to my house by 10 or 10:30 Mountain, which is basically 12:30 Eastern. So it is a full travel day. The main downside to cruising out of Florida, there's so many great ships. There are great itineraries, but it's 12 hours to get here. So that is a major caveat to this. But let's go get some coffee and see what's up on this ship.
Housekeeping. Housekeeping.
Good morning.
Well, they don't. They do.
Coffee machine was on, and the funny thing is, just as I was coming out of the elevator, a sweet lady was losing her mind that their coffee machine was not working. Depending on whether she was Sweet or Pinnacle, she should have just gone to the Crown Lounge. Her card would have worked. So we will be off early if we want. If they're already calling self-assist at 7:45 instead of 8 a.m. In theory, at group 5, I should be able to disembark by 8:05 or 8:10. But my flight's not till noon. International terminal at the Miami airport is tiny, so I have no reason to rush. Let's go walk around and then get some breakfast. All of the serious maintenance and renovation, like the loud stuff, is going to happen on turnaround day. When you're a consecutive cruiser, you meet at 9:30, you walk off the ship through customs, then you walk right back on with all your bags staying in your room if you're not switching rooms. And so then basically from 9:30 to noon, you have the ship to yourself, which is a pretty special experience. Closest thing to that for most people is just staying on, not necessarily abusing your departure time. You don't want to be one of the last people that they're searching for you on the ship, but it is nice to kind of go around and see what's happening. And here is wonder. Even if you're not consecutive cruising, I love this time on the ship because you can wander, you can get all the photos you want, and as long as you stay out of people's way and you get off the ship by the hard shut-off, by the hard cutoff, like 9:30, 10, they really don't care. They leave you alone. So exactly what I said, it is 8:03 and they have already called group 5. Chairs are stacked so that they can double clean the deck. And then they'll start putting them out later when the next set of guests is getting on around 11. So the deck attendants will probably help with cleaning rooms or other turnaround duties, and then they'll come out and put the chairs around 11 o'clock. I mean, there's some chairs out. These ones are harder to do, the angled chairs, but these chairs are piled up, also for sail away. And you can see all the wet spots, not from the rain, but because they cleaned. And most people are carrying off their luggage. And there's some smokers enjoying their last. It's about 8:10 and I'm gonna go tackle the buffet.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. At this time, we're going to record. Indiana Johnson, subject number 10. Diana Santos, subject number 12. Daniela Valenzuela, subject number 12. And Sonsori Reyes, subject number 12. We kind of request.
As I was saying, I'm going to go to the buffet now. It's around 8:10, but it's too humid for my airport clothes. So time to go inside and cool off, and then I will leave.
Proceed to the other side.
Okay.
Thank you. Sorry. Short cruise, tough crowd. So quick update, I completely unnecessarily complicated this morning's travel. I've spent almost 2 hours getting off the ship, standing in line, getting a lift where there was issues with signal in the parkade, traffic, Miami, Monday morning traffic, and then getting to the airport. Thank goodness I have TSA pre-check, airline priority, luggage drop off, but don't do what I did.